should have been smiling. I should have been smiling. I just didn't. I was like, well, I'm not smiling. Oh. One day I'll get a nice photo of that and it'll be completely unplanned and you're going to press the redeem and it's just going to be like incredible. I'm going to be like, ah. And now that friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people who have possession of souls, it is I. You could have been anywhere tonight, but instead you are here, staring directly into Myannus. And I have some stories to tell about Myannus. I have cleaned it up a little bit. I have tidied it. We're going to get to City Skylines in a couple of minutes. We're going to go through our usual intro messages. I need to catch up on the dogs of the day because for some reason my brain's suddenly gone to like doing 5 of these in one sitting as opposed to once each time. And I'm trying to get my brain out of that and I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard, okay? I'm trying real hard, Jura. Are you overthinking it? Yes, you are. Yes, I am. And speaking of overthinking things, I now have a new channel point redeem. Switch your category. We were discussing this at the end of yesterday's stream because I discovered I had gone live for the entire 2-hour period last night in the wrong category. I have developed this really irritating tendency to forget to switch my category. So I have given the chat the power to do it for me. Not switch my category, just to remind me that I need to switch my category. It's a little bit, it might be a little bit severe, but I have thus proven that the counter that I added works, so that's good. I'm just going to switch my category now and save myself the trouble in like 5 minutes when I inevitably... What's up? You can't give me this power. Joke's on you, you can only redeem it once. You can literally only redeem it once. So if you use it, you lose it. It's gone for the rest of the stream, and I did it myself this time. Ha! See? I knew that would happen. As soon as I give Sky a card to make her sudden... Though that is a good jump scare noise, isn't it? It's a good jump scare noise. I wonder if I could switch it. I wonder if it, you know, like it's the... If I had like a dog turning around and just being shocked, that would be good as like a... Sky, I need a 100-word proposal on my desk by tomorrow morning as to why I should give you the power over the dun-dun-dun. 100 words, why I, Sky Alucard, deserve the dun-dun-dun, and I will consider it openly, because there are other noises that I could have used for that. There was a kazoo. There was a whole list. Apparently klaxons don't exist. I did like a full search for like klaxon noises and I could not find a single one that wasn't like a car horn or just really a poorly named MP3. I don't know. I wanted something like wah! I'm not even sure if that's a klaxon now that I've said it. I'm going to do a hydrate and I'm going to pop a Rennie's because I'm an old man and I can feel developing indigestion. Chat. I would like to tell you about my day, if that's okay, because I'm an old man and old men like to tell you about their day. I don't know what I have done to deserve it, but Tuesdays can suck it. I don't know what has happened to Tuesdays in 2026, but I cannot remember the last Tuesday where I was I've never been... I can't remember good. I can remember neutral, maybe, where it was like, it's like a sort of day. But I had another Tuesday, chat. Today. I had one of... Like, we get cold callers at work. It's becoming more and more of a problem in 2026. I need to skip the lyrics. 1 second. Just jump to that. Cold callers are a thing in 2026. There's this thing apparently called vishing now, where people are finding sources of voices online. So it might be an employer, it might be anybody that sounds like reasonably reputable, and they're using AI to make voice recordings for telephones. So when they call, it sounds like an actual person. It's actually really terrifying if you look deep into it. But because of this and various other reasons, the world is on fire. There seems to have been an influx of cold callers. Like, people call and they're like, oh, I know Dave. I need to speak to Dave. There's no Dave here, sir. It's one of those, like, they always want to... You can always tell when it's going to be bad when you pick up a telephone call at work. And you answer the phone and you go, hello, the office in which Chimken works, and is very carefully not saying its name. And they're like, hi, how are you? And then there's like always that really awkward long pause where I'm sort of like, fine. And then they go off into the spiel. But today, I discovered a little while ago that for whatever reason, a website that will be not go named had stolen some of our content from my place of work. They had quite literally put it up on their website without permission. They were claiming ignorance because they'd included our contact details against it, but we didn't want them to be doing this, basically. They had taken our content without permission. They'd put our contact details on it. They were like, oh, but we've put your contact details on it. No, we're no, big no, don't do that. So I emailed them. I was like, you've done this, take it down. You've done this, take it down. And I got a response basically saying, we're really, really sorry. We'll take it down immediately. No harm done. And then 5 seconds later, I get this angry phone call from a Texan man on the phone. How else would he be calling me? I get an angry phone call from some Texan on the phone. Why he was so quick to respond by telephone, considering I just sent him an email, I don't know. I get this angry man on the phone, and he can't believe that we don't want him to have our content. We can't believe that the interaction that started our working relationship, where he stole something from us, and he can't believe that we don't want him to do that. So he's just so flabbergasted by the fact that he's giving us this thing for free, and we don't want it. And we sort of go about through this 15-minute conversation on the teller. I'm being so careful not to say what I do. I work in marketing. I'm very careful not to say exactly what I do. We go through like a 15-20 minute phone call of him sort of like trying to plead his case and about how he can do all of this all of these amazing things for us, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're sort of like, no. And this is one of the things I'm probably the proudest for with regards to my job recently. It came down to this. If you want to start a relationship with somebody, a business relationship with somebody, taking something without permission and then claiming it's to their benefit while supplying absolutely no benefit at all is not the way that you organize that sort of deal. So he took the content down. Fine. A little bit of time goes by. I get an email from him today where he's read a piece of news that my company's posted, emails me congratulations, saying, oh, congratulations, Chimken, I've just seen that your company has done this. Please could you forward this email to your boss? We would like to know if you would like to use our services. So I'd kicked off so hard I'd removed content he had stolen from us. And then week and a half later, he contacts me out of congratulations and is like, oh, but would you like to pay some money for us to continue to be doing that thing that we'd been doing when we were doing it without permission? It's a little bit convoluted. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy. It's a little bit all over the place. It's probably not good for the Twitch engagement, but sometimes full-time employment... Full-time employment, everybody. Full-time employment. I'm going to read through chat real quick. 1 second. Vulcan Ryan, congratulations on the first. Happily Avocaro, thank you for the contribution. Chat, if you go to the channel point menu, any community challenge channel points entered will be refunded to you at the end of a 30-day period. It's all about teaching you a life skill. It's all about teaching you how to save. It's all about giving you the power to afford my more expensive channel point redeems. DollyWhiskers, thank you for taking a screenshot of me before the opening. I was in motion. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why I was in motion? I was sat here like this. Because for the last 3 streams, somebody's pressed that photo button. But as soon as somebody pressed the photo button, I shat myself and dropped the chicken, and then the chicken fell, and then I turned my head, and that's the bit that Dolly caught on camera. I'm gonna hydrate again just to wash down those pills that I just popped live on TV. It's not really TV, is it? But you know what I mean. Chat, if you'd like to join us in Bongo Cat, you can. You can use !idle. That will give you a direct link to where Bongo Cat is hosted. Download it. You get one of these little cats when you join using my lobby code. You, what this does, every time you type on your home PC, your arms do a little wiggle. You can earn cosmetics over time, and just generally, it's a really nice thing. At the same time, you can also join Tap Tap Loot. Tap Tap Loot is a separate idle game. It is a 4-player game. I've already got somebody in there right now. Basically, what happens every time I click, my character walks left to right. The party members do a little bit of help, but we walk left to right. You earn loot. You level up your character. It's this whole nice community vibe, and I like it. These are staying. I'm not sure if future ones are down the line, because I found a cool one today called like Type Farming or Farming Typer or something like this. It's like it gives you a keyboard shape, and every time you press a certain button on the keyboard, you plant a plant and then harvest. Is this whole I like idle games, and it's just nice to have them there, especially because I'm not sure if you've noticed, I'm still without my overlay. I had like this corner thing that went around the entire screen. It's gone. And since I've been playing City Skylines, I turned it off. And actually, the longer I look at it, the more I'm really happy with how it looks right now. So it might never come back. Yeah. 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 Evil Seedlit, thank you. I can't find your button. Oh my god, I do this every single time. When it's Evil Seedlit. This one. Evil Seedlit, thank you very much for the subscription. Jura, thank you for the contribution. Sky, thank you for the applause. Jura, thank you for the photo as well. Are you overthinking it? Yes. Yes, I am. It's like you don't know me at all. Sky Lakar. Maybe if you're good, Sky, I will give access to the noise. 1 second. I'll just play it for you again, Sky, just to wake you up. One moment, Sky. I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna trigger the counter a second time. This noise. I don't want that going off every 5 seconds, because I will shit my pants. I'm not doing that. I've taken it back. Sky, 100 words on my desk, like we said. If you've achieved anything big or small since the last time we spoke, I would love to hear about it. Our community celebrates achievements big or small, but in the grander scheme of things, some people consider getting out of bed a big deal. Some people consider running a marathon a big deal. I don't care where you are on that spectrum. If you've done something cool that you'd love to share with the chat, I would love to hear about it and tell you that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of that phone call thing that I just talked about. I'm also going to catch up on the dogs. Everybody, this is Biscuit. That's Biscuit. This is Biscuit. She doesn't go anywhere without her mini umbrella or her personal mini umbrella holder. This is not a dog. This is a raccoon. That is Ollie. Why is there? That's a dog. That's a dog. That's not a dog. This is Ollie. He likes to eat bananas and climb trees in that order. Looks like a burglar, but only stole my heart. Lovely pup. That's not a dog. Oh my god! Evil Seedlit. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this without it sounding insulting. So I'm going to say it, and if you're insulted, I apologize in advance and you can't be mad. But if you were to have a dog, why is it this one? Why is that dog so Evil Seedlit coded? Answers on a stamped addressed envelope. I get Evil Seedlit vibes from this. I'm not entirely sure why. This is why. He is not amused by you asking why he stays in the shallow end of the pool. You are very aware of how long his legs are. A good dog? It is a good dog. But why is it coded to you? I don't know. And at this point, I'm too afraid to find out. I've got horrendous indigestion, quite literally since hitting the go button. We're both sad boys. You're not a sad boy. You are a... very pretty... I can't end this sentence and it not be bad. I can't end this sentence and it not be bad. So I refuse. I'm going to press this button instead. Welcome back to Myannus. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's what, because I'm not sure if you watched yesterday's stream, so I'm just going to say it out loud. I destroyed Myannus last night. I absolutely flattened it, and we started a rebuild. But the difficulty with the rebuild was I went too quickly. I specced into a bunch of stuff I didn't already have and was just not earning enough money to sort of scrape it back. So I went back to a flattened state after stream, and I restarted, and I approached everything a lot more steadily, a lot more with the idea that I was starting the game from scratch with a substantial amount of money. And right now, I am losing 50k an hour, but not in such tremendous ways as I was yesterday. So I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to reintroduce you to Myannus. I'm going to reintroduce you to Myannus. This is Myannus. So yesterday we had like a straight highway to the coast. Now it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more shapely. I don't know why my brain, when I'm building cities in this, likes to do the V shape, but it does, because the game was like, oh, you need a second one. So I went over here, and it's immediately another V shape. So if there is a psychologist in chat, I would love to hear what the reason for that is. At the same time, I said I was going to build a road that circled the entirety of the dump for various reasons, but I have done that. There is now a road that goes all the way around the dump, and I've started to build out a little bit of farmland to scrape up some of our resource earnings. There is a fertile plot of land under this one, which allows good amounts of corn to grow. I could also put another farm here and then have another farm going back in and back and back and back and back and back. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It kind of upsets me that these shapes can't be square. I don't really understand that when you put a farm down in this version of the game, it's always a circle. I don't get it. I don't, because the property of land is not going to be as. It would never be that shape. It would be like a rectangle, or if not like a. There would be corners. It's just. Circle is the distance from the house the farmer wants to go, which is fine, but you would think a farmer would go to the edge of his property. You can make a square in the circle, yes, but then you're losing potential distance that the farmer is willing to travel. So I would understand this better if the distance the farmer wanted to travel was a square instead of a circle. Whether or not that makes sense to you, I'm not entirely sure. It feels like it should be circular. Sorry, square. You know what I meant. Shut up. You know what I meant, Sky. Shut up. Shut up, Sky. Because I want to put it here. Like I could do a big one there, I suppose. I could do a big. We could, because this is fertile land, right? This is fertile land. If I did, I could do that. And then have... Oh, we're going to do that, I think. What can we grow? I can grow textile fiber. Required fertile land and text resource. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We're going to start the day right. We're going to start the day by building a farm plot for textile fiber. It's very good. I didn't really have a theme of today's adventures in Myannus. We're just gonna vibe and hope that I can scrape back some of this cash. The city is very happy. Unemployment is a bit bad, and traffic isn't the best. Is only like there are some complaints about traffic, but nothing too excessive. Yeah, B. Welcome in. Hope you're good. How's it hanging? Do that. And then do that. And then... I suppose what you're going to say is that if I was building these... I'm beginning to understand, I think, what Sky meant. Like, if you put one of these on the side of a mountain, a person's property wouldn't necessarily have a border at all. The way that I put these in between in this city, I've purposefully given it a border, which isn't necessarily a problem, but it does... Okay, I understand a bit more now that I talked it out loud, Sky, because a person isn't necessarily... okay, it's fine. And now, everybody, a textile farm. Hey, hey! We do this. Come on, stop lagging. I'm gonna build this. I'm not gonna do a... I might do a road on the one side of it, but nothing too complicated while on stream tonight, because really this is just taking advantage of the slot. And what this does do is give me a wall to work against with some houses on that road that's outside. I could build some houses here, like maybe along there. I suppose. Yeah, I suppose now that I see... Another farm could theoretically go here. And the edge would be connected and there would just be large... There would be a road running through it. No. No. No, chat. No. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Okay, so how I put the circular road in, it's not really a circle. It's a series of very... It's a series of lines. If you place enough flat... Oh, in that place. Come on, you can do it. We're straight in. Move the toggle. Okay, good. So if I do this... And then we put a road down there. Okay, so if I was... I mean, I would argue that this makes a little bit of sense then, rather than... I was about to question this like it was wrong, but I don't think it is wrong. I think I'm just being a... I'm faffing. Faffing, chat. I apologize. I am a champion faffer when it comes to this stuff. I don't need to do a circular road all the way around the outside. I could have... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do... So if I attach a dirt road there... And just take it out to that point. Yeah. Do that. What I can do is Put the snappy back on, because the snappy not being on really concerns the shit out of me. If I... like that. Okay, so what I then can do is build some residences around here. Not unique blocks. Having said that, I've got a pop musician's mansion. Would a mansion look good amongst farmland? Maybe. Let's do that. And an executive mansion on the opposite end. Whether or not that's good, I don't know. I hope they don't cost a massive amount of money for upkeep. It'd be kind of weird if you had to pay upkeep on somebody's mansion. But I can build some standalone houses here. And also there. Okay, we've added some accommodations. Marek, welcome in. Hope you're good. TLB, I never said. Thank you for hitting me with your umbrella. Marek, thank you for the contribution as well. But the world is asking for more industry right now. My city is happy. Unemployment and traffic are a tiny bit bad, but the act of doing this has downed my money loss by about 20k. They improve moods of peasants as they hope for an imminent success of their own. I'm trying. Trying my best. More industry. Chimken, captain of industry. Oh, what I didn't show you, and one thing I do need to get done before we get too much further in. So actually, I'll drop a save while I remember. And we can do this as a bit of an administrative task. Because obviously, MY-uh-nus has now gone through 2 versions. And in the original version, I'd named a bunch of people. Because those are the people that had used... If you do exclamation mark welcome, basically I said every time I played City Skylines, any follows, any sort of interactions, I would name something in... I would name something in the sea. And what I'm going to do real quick is go through and name a few things in honor of the people that have donated, because when I reset the city, I lost a bunch of that progress. Because we'll do that now. I need a list. I wrote a list. It just so happens that I've already written a list. Let me get a notepad file so I can copy and paste it. You can't see the notepad file. It's a secret. But it will allow me to just copy and paste people's names, which I do enjoy. How's it going though, Marek? I think you're timed out right now. I hope you're good. I hope you're having a bully day. Okay. Okay, so I have some names of people to add over there, and I can give them directly to people. My money situation, I tax slightly higher. People will be a little bit unhappy. At 7k. Okay, we're going to leave it at 7k for a bit. I need to find some people. I need to find some people on the streets of MY-uh-nus. Okay. Turns out there's a lot of people. We're just going to pick somebody at random. You. Who am I naming first? Abomination. I don't know them. They were a new follow. I will add them. They will have a what? They will go on the list. Follow. Okay, so are they now over here? They are. Good. Abomination is done. Abomination is done. Let's jump to a separate part of the city. Devon Green, which is an ironic name because I'm changing your name to Boxy Blue. Follow. Boxy has been named. Cecile Valdelius has been a very dedicated person when it comes to helping me out this month, and I do appreciate it. I did explain why. They don't only get a named person in the city, but I'm also going to name the in-road highway after them, and we also then get the out-road highway to name as well. Cecile Valdelius Highway, because this highway now goes all the way the length of here and is an entryway, and then it gets a little bit spaghetti junction-y, and then Overbrook is the one that goes on the way out. So Cecile gets that. Oh, no, they also get a hospital, don't they? Where did I park my hospital? There it is. They also get a hospital. I rename my Valdelius Medical Practice. Valdelius Medical Practice. Okay, and they get somebody on the street. Dunstan Murray. Dunstan Murray, you're having a name change. Dunstan Murray. Okay, good. So that is a few people on my list now that I can follow around. I am going to drop a save before these people start getting angry at me. Nice. Good. Fabulous. Fantastic. Okay, very quickly through some of the other people. Cop is a cat. I'm really sad that you can't name... I'm tempted to ask for a manhole to be named after me, but I imagine there isn't a mechanic to name those. I could name a sewer hole. I could name a sewer, like the poo pipe, which is where all poo inevitably goes, if that counts. Charles Fox is now Cup as a cat. Dilemma has gifted 5. I'm trying to remember how much Dilemma gave. We will give Dilemma a highway as well as a person. Dilemma 101 highway. I know Dilemma dropped 5 at least, so that. Give them a random stranger on the street. Oh, come on.
Hey.
It occurs to me, some of these people that I'm naming could theoretically end up dying and just dropping off my list. Dilemma Highway will be funny when they're calling for roadside assistance. Hello, hello, I'm having a dilemma. Evil Seedlet. The wind beneath my wings, Evil Seedlet. Evil Seedlet as my head mod. Thank you very much for the bits. I'll add you to the end of this list, and you will be named... My poo pipe will be named after you.
Gildane just cheered 200 bits.
I will name my poo pipe after you. Evil Seedlet is my chief, my head mod, my chief engineer. They have also donated this month, so they are in charge of the communications on RightBigChimken's Twitch channel as my head mod. So I will name my Wi-Fi mast after them. We're going through achievements already. No. I'm naming some people. because I had to wipe the city clean. So these are all the people that had donated this month or funded. Hey, Seedlit, do you want to be an idling senior? I think that fits Seedlit to a T. No offense. Was that a bit offensive? I'm insulting Seedlit today, apparently. Cursed Pineapple, come on down! You are going to live over here.
No.
Hi, Dilemma.
Huh?
Oh, no, that's Jam Jar Head. I'm not a Cursed yet at all. Cursed is next. Cursed is next. Dilemma, I named a road after you. You got a road. You got a road. You got a road, Dilemma, and you got a road. Sanguine, welcome in. I hope you're good.
No.
This is Cursed Pineapple. Cursed Pineapple. Oh god, I've lost Cursed Pineapple.
Huh?
Cursed Pineapple. Am I following you? I am. Okay, I'm fine. Sorry, I panicked then for a second. Hope you're well too. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Just renaming some of the people that I had to run out of town.
Huh?
Give me... There we go. Timothy Farah, you are now Rexor 400. Sanguine, we need to re-add you to town. So, Sanguine, we go over here somewhere. Sanguine, you're over there. Good. 3 more to go. Showbrew. Merrick, I will name the poop pipe.
Hmm?
Booker Haley. Showbrew done. Shelter.
Hmm?
Shelter done. Merrick gave 200 biddies to have a poo pipe named after them. Merrick Gildane Shitter. There we go. Nobody can say I'm not dedicated to a bit. We're all caught up on updates. At this point, I'm gonna say, if one of your city people die, I'm not gonna be refreshing that list every 5 seconds. I only refreshed it today because I wiped the city clean. Sewer infrastructure is important. It is, and it's very important that you don't do what I'm doing, pumping it directly into a local river. Okay. I'm gonna speed up a bit. I am going to build some rebuild some we do that. The people that are moving in elsewhere will move in elsewhere. I also want to figure out how to do a tunnel today. That would be good. I need to wipe Myannus regularly, 100%. You can live in hope that one day you'll get one of those very rare but not impossible wipeless, you know. What am I trying to say out loud? I was reading a joke about this the other day. It was the whole The mythical, like the unicorn experience that is the shitless wipe. One wipe is needed, no wipe is needed. Yeah. The marvel at the shitless wipe. We have fun here. We have fun. And me and Seedlet in the top right-hand corner are fighting some sort of yeti. I've not seen a yeti before. There's been a car accident out on the highway, but it's not a problem because it's not happened in my city. Traffic is starting to increase, but this little system that was pre-built, this wasn't something that I made up from scratch, does seem to be working quite comfortably. I did, however, discover Sweaty Balls needs to return. I can sort that.
Chirp chirp. 50 cent just cheered 100 bits. Sweaty balls need return.
No, you are right. I went through all of the... I must have missed... Or maybe you asked for that before I added the welcome... I don't know. I'm sorry if I missed your name off the... I went through all of the redeems that had happened on my city skyline so far, and I thought I got everybody. So if you'd already done something for that already, I apologize. Low density business. Building is available for rent. Building is available for rent. Building is empty. Available for rent. A lot of my businesses in this town are available for rent. Also, you can't build gyms. The Sweaty Bulls soccer field. I didn't contribute earlier, no issue. The Sweaty Bulls soccer field, and I'll do you a solid as well, Fiddy. The Sweaty Bulls the Sweaty Bulls soccer field is now named, but I'll also give you a randomer in the town too, because we had Sweaty Balls before. It's a hell of a sentence to say out loud. RightBigChimken stuck in his hand and pulled out this guy. David Evans, adult, sending mail. Follow David Evans now, 50 cent. Boom. How are we doing for money? We're fluctuating we're fluctuating anywhere between about 3k to 6k. People are moving in. That's the rich part of town. This power station, I don't understand why it keeps getting overloaded. Because it's not really doing anything, but it's constantly overloaded. And I just have to turn it on and off. Why is it overloaded? Efficiency is running at 113%. Did I put too many... well, it was a bakery in the gap, but I guess plenty of sweaty balls in a soccer field. That was my thinking. I think I made my incinerator too incineratey. The tower that was in it is only a little bit helpful. It's not massively helpful. Population is increasing, but so is the amount of money that's going out. Unemployment could be better. But we have so much cash, chat. We have so much bloody cash. Sippy, welcome in and thank you for the 30 stream streak. I had that sort of epiphany about... I had that sort of epiphany about how I wanted some of this to work, so what I'm going to do is... not have it in every single corner. The one property that's going to have a full circle around it is the dump. The dump will remain like this, and actually don't really need an off... I don't really need an offshoot of the... I don't really need an offshoot of the dump to the highway. 15k. There's been a traffic accident. Oh no. I mean, he's kind of parked quite nicely. I don't think that's as traffic accidentally as they think it is. What is next? What is next? How are the taxis right now? Are there taxis? Bus. Oh yes, there is a high percentage of taxis entering town. I still think that this feels like a stupid amount of taxis. Is it because I have no parking? I constantly feel like it's because I have no parking. We're gonna have to build in some taxi ranks. How is Myannus? Myannus is... I flattened Myannus. Myannus 1 wasn't working out very well. So I flattened it and started again. And have since been having a slightly more reasonable time. How's it going, Ziggy? I found there are lots of taxis when people are moving in for the first time. Interesting. Like, that's a lot of taxis, right? That seems like a stupid amount of taxis. And people are moving in, so that's like... That's fine. They will have access to mail. But yeah, we flattened Myannus. And now recovering Myannus. I can't stop my power station from overloading. This incinerator constantly overloads, and I don't know why. Apparently there's been an accident there, and they're waiting for an ambulance. Okay. There's also been there's also a problem at the school. Oh. Where did I build my primary? Yeah, that is very much chocker. Extra classrooms. Extra classrooms. Okay, capacity for the elementary school is now increased. Gonna be good. Slept a solid 13 hours after getting back from London yesterday. I'm glad you had a nice time. DollyWhiskers was telling me about some of the goings on. Glad you had a nice time. I'm probably going to put in another school. I'm not going to put in another secondary school because I don't think we're there yet, but I think we could probably put a school here and not have too much of a problem. We are also rapidly increase my capacity there as well, but inevitably that's going to move up my cost again. Okay, we just need to get more people in. You can make the pylons underground as well so they don't get in the way. Interesting. The power stuff, I think, happens when too much power is trying to go out into the roads connected to the power plant. Have you tried using the pylons from the power plant to a power transformer on the other side of the city to spread it out? I haven't. I'd sort of been relying on the roads. There is currently a transformer there. What I could do, you're saying, is install another transformer, like, here. I suppose I could build a battery. Transformer. If I put a transformer there... Feeling a bit tired today, so I'm gonna lurk a bit and head to bed soon. Having fun playing with my... yeah, no worries. Hope you feel a little bit more awake. Okay, I don't hate the pylons for the time being. We'll deal with something a little bit more functional in a while. What I'm trying to do now is scrape back some of those costs. My population growth is fairly stable at around 100, but it sort of ebbs and flows. The thing that I'm concerned about is I'm not really seeing any increase over here. The bars aren't really showing anything that's required. Everybody's just content. And I just have to sort of sit back and hope that I don't run out of money before the game self-rights itself. In zone for additional housing, I don't necessarily have to build it. So if I do there, and do that. So we have room for more population. Unemployment. Taxes is kind of an inevitability. We're on 15, which isn't as bad as I've had it. We're on 41k. What is a good way of recovering in bad employment? Matters that currently affect happiness. I want to know healthcare coverage. There's no healthcare coverage down there. Oh, no, there is. There's healthcare coverage right there. Why is that? Go away. Building level, land value, company profitability, natural resources, population, household wealth, workplace availability. Workplaces are supplied by companies and cities which require varying numbers of employees to function. So I could quite literally, if I want to improve unemployment, but there are businesses that are empty and the game's not asking me for more shit. I could build some commerce over here. Really think that's going to do anything. I wonder if I lower the taxes, I kind of need to do something because the game's no longer telling me what's in demand. Unoccupied buildings, unoccupied buildings. So, are you going to tell me... I don't think I need to start knocking stuff down. Happiness is increasing, 156. Okay, we have had a spike. We're suddenly back pushing 200... new people moving in. Maybe they don't actually secretly hate me after all. We've hit 10k. It's not asking for more shit. Maybe Myannus has a leak. No, I think Myannus is functioning reasonably straightforwardly. It's sort of like a certain amount of when I played this before, it did eventually sort of like pick up and get going. Once you got to a certain size, it sort of fed itself. I'm worried about that 43k an hour. I don't particularly want to update. I could put the taxes to 20%. Seem to do anything. Why didn't that do anything? Well, it I can't tax them 20%. That's too much. So we need that was something. Could be how do you export water? I have an abundance of water. How do I export it? Advanced pumping station. Extracts water from lakes and rivers, pumps it into the ducts through a water net with a high power facility, can easily perform several. How big is that? If I built one of these, it does 1 million milliliters. If I did one of these, and the game crashed. Well, that's good. I hope that I hope that autosaved. Welcome, Ryan. How's it going? Nats, is it going well? It's going better than it was yesterday. How's it going with you? How was stream? Volcom Ryan, thank you for the contribution. I'm shoving as many things into Myannus as possible to sort of like what's the word? Scrape back some of the progress that we lost yesterday. There's still a tiny bit of a hole in Myannus, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm contemplating dropping a save, installing a giant water processing facility, and then reloading if it doesn't do the thing that I want it to. Look at the beautiful art. I mean, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Evil Seed, it does good work. If only they believed that. That would be the thing. If only they believed that they did good work. When did this autosave? Oh, only like 2 minutes ago. I just had a crash, Nats. How terrible. Awful, honestly. So... Okay, drop a save. What I wanted to test was I could be selling water. We have the technology. I don't really want to put it next to a shit pipe. Unique. Required surface water, 45,000 upkeep. How much is this upkeep-wise? 10,000 upkeep. The upkeep will be higher, and it would have to be selling 80k's worth of water. I'm curious to see what happens. So... it's very nice. You have to pay people, which this game doesn't. Okay, speed it up. Sometimes the people want to be paid. Ooh. Okay. Also in a terrible position because of noise pollution. The amount of water currently being imported, exported when there is a deficit of local water production, the local production is at surplus sold to neighboring cities for a profit. How is this not generating a surplus of water? That is the thing that confused. Also, that did terrible things to my That's not good. We'll reload. That's not doing. I don't understand how you export water. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. How is the question? I would like to build a tunnel. He's gonna build a tunnel, chat. Okay. Got a tunnel under the highway. If I do that, we are going to build Hi Cecile. Back from the raid, how'd it go? Did you win? Did you win? Are you winning, son?
Oh my god, he's bald! He's bald and he's torturing people who have hair!
Thank you very much for the follow. As you can see, my follows are anonymous. If you'd like to make yourself known in chat, please do so. Otherwise, know that lurking is massively appreciated.
Oh my god, he's bald! He's bald and he's torturing people who have hair!
Thank you very much for the follow. As you can see, my follows are anonymous. If you'd like to make yourself known in chat, please do so. Otherwise, know that lurking is massively appreciated. I am learning the game. When it comes to learning the game, sometimes you gotta build a tunnel. What have I done there? Thank you very much for the gifted sub, Cecile.
Peep peep. Cecile_Valdelius has gifted a tier 1 subscription to Natlas.
Seal somehow still finding Nats-themed sub-accounts. I thought you would have run out of sub-accounts by now, but here you are. Still going strong. That didn't work. I think I've placed the place on it. Playing vanilla alone in the game is pretty hardcore. Yeah. I like a challenge. But thank you for saying so. It makes me feel pretty. Get rid of that. I had, I did all of the tutorial stuff. I did all the tutorial stuff on stream and got to a point, like, quite literally yesterday where I was ready. I wanted... What am I trying to say? I burnt down the town. I ripped out absolutely everything. And today I'm sort of attempting to recover. So I have an absolutely metric shit ton of money, which I'm slowly burning through. And I'm just spending the rest of my time trying to scrape back some progress. Which is why I'm building a wood thing right now in the hopes that it generates some revenue. Point that lock. Why won't that lock in? What am I missing? What is overlapping? Is it the fucking power thing? Everybody scream! I'm gonna pause the game if I'm cutting off the power to a great deal of, Hey, Chim, it's a shit ton of money. Can I have some? I have 10 million in the bank. I am loaded. Can you believe that? I am just so goddamn fictional rich. It's not the good kind of rich, it's fictional rich. And, it's not the kind of rich that you can give to your friends. Sorry, Kara. It's gonna have to be no. Only because I might have to build an orphanage in Myannus. And I need all of the money I have, you know, for the children. The roads as well, since it's curved at the end, you have to go past the edge without the end. Yeah. I need to... Aha! Okay, good. We have a tunnel. We have a tunnel. We have access to some extra real estate on this side of the map now, because people can enter through the industrial and then leave through there, which is fine. I need to replace that power line. Eventually, I'll do something a bit more nuanced with that, but right now it's a little bit... Right now it's just a little bit snappy. Is anybody living here? No, I've not ran the game long enough. Okay, start the game. Start the game! How did that do? Oh god, the people still... The game's not telling me to build anything, but population is still incoming. Taxation is at 15. I could lower it, heighten it. What's the best sort of money in this game? Train station? If I build a train station, will I suddenly start getting a shit ton of exports? I have the technology. I could build a train station. Trains allow a large number of passengers of cargo to be transported over tracks. Would it make us more money, though? I'm back. Cecile, how's it going? Right now... I'm just sort of watching my... Right now, I'm just sort of watching my numbers go down. Taxi depot, bus station. Gonna be more upkeep. 31,000. Are still moving in. Ah, here we go. Finally, the game's finally telling me what to do next. I've been sat here sort of like twiddling my thumbs, waiting for some sort of input. Watching my numbers go down, my numbers go up. It's literally going down! 42k an hour! What are you talking about? You're crazy! You're crazy. Skylar, don't make me come in there. I know where you live, Skylar. People. Well, the people are going up. The people are now finally asking for more residential properties, so I actually have a route of what I should be doing next. Which is more buildings. Whee! Doesn't care about people in Myannus, only money. Yeah, I'm all about the money in my. There's money in Myannus. I've got to get it out of Myannus. There's money in Myannus, cursed. I've got to get it out of there. If you are joining us for the first time this evening, my city is called Myannus. It is a clever pun about my butt crack. It's not that clever. Yeah, it's definitely not that clever, but I'm not a crazy person. My mother had me tested. That's just a road that's not going to get used now because the game is immediately building something that I didn't check. Roads. I like Myannus. Myannus is coming together. Myannus is coming together. Taking a lot of work. We're under 10 million now. Population, however, is still increasing. How's the unemployment these days? Unemployment is slightly bad. High taxes is the major problem. Okay, let's drop a save. I want to test something for like... Overwrite this. 10 million served in Myannus. Yeah. What happens if I roll the taxation? So when you start the game, taxation is on 10. Before I flattened Myannus, my city was running on 5. Yeah, unemployment is now the only problem now. But I am spending 59k, which actually isn't as bad as it was. God. So how do I fix... What is the easiest way to deal with unemployment in this? What is the easiest way to deal with unemployment? Is actually going to be a Google. Easiest way to solve unemployment. Cities Skylines 2. I'm pretty sure this is how the UK government also fixes the problems in this country. You can get an unemployment down by zoning more offices and largely ignoring the constantly high residential demands. So I could zone more offices in industry just to see if that sort of breaks the chain. I thought I had... We're not using the industry we've got. So I will do offices. Okay, so I've got some very well-educated people out there that aren't getting the opportunities they require. I didn't do anything. Clearly that was not the solution to my unemployment scandal. Oh, God. A curve there and then spike some. More and more people are making themselves at home in Myannus every day. It is a... It is... There are lots of... Myannus is the land of opportunity. Myannus is the land of opportunity. There is many a go-getter that has found a home in Myannus. Many a person. There's something for everyone in Myannus. Can I live in Myannus? You can. But get it? But okay. We've got a route. We've got a route. The game's now asking for things, which is important because it wasn't asking for things before, and I was running out of I was running out of direction. I needed some direction in life. Okay, so that's building more industry, and actually, I turned that into industry at the same time. We added more offices around there, so that should fix. Okay, so we're going to convert our next area into... We are going to convert our next area into that. Nats, would you like to live in Myannus? Would you like something named after you in Myannus? What could I name after Nats in Myannus? Unemployment. That improved unemployment. Is there an observatory? I have not. Obviously a pizza parlor. I would have to find a pizza parlor. You can build an observatory, I think. Telecom. I think there's an observatory somewhere. I swear I saw one. Hi, Vadim. I don't have a pizza parlor. I could name... I've named my landfill after you. Does that count? Is that good? Is that good? It's now Nats's landfill. It's not mine. It's not my landfill. What, me? Yeah. Yeah. You're the name of my dump. Nats's landfill. It's called. I'll take it. It's something. You're full of garbage. Oh dear. Okay, we have direction. The game is suddenly giving me direction again. It's not been giving me direction in ages. So that's good. Need to... I won't. Aha, okay. Okay, good. That could probably be a small roundabout now. No, it couldn't. I take it back. It doesn't want to be one. It doesn't want to be a roundabout. It's just going to be a really awkward junction. Okay, we have more room for industrial then. This is becoming a little bit more of a natural shape this time, as opposed to what it was when I played before, because I still have nightmares about how terrible my industrial section looked. Okay. I can bung in a shit ton more industrial in that area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will drive population in theory, which will drive. I am so close to being profitable right now. I'm not entirely sure I'm not profitable because. Did I lower the taxation to 10? I did! It's happening! Myannus is recovering. It was only a matter of time. That road there. 4. I'm also becoming inclined to take I could take a highway entrance that goes directly into. 1 minute. I need my brain to. There cannot be parking in my town. How dare you park in my town? Do you think I keep having problems with Myannus because I give them no parking? Doing my PhD thesis on the astounding economic recovery of Myannus. Thank you. Cash flow is improving in Myannus. What I didn't do. Got 2 follows, and I got another gifted sub from Cecile. I'm rapidly running out of things to name after Cecile. Cecile has been very kind to me this month. Thank you for the hat wheel spin. I will get to that in a second. Yes, thank you very much for the follow, the people that followed a second ago. I'm running this thing where if people engage with my streams while I'm playing City Skylines, I name something after you in town. So we're about to do that. I also need to spin the hat wheel first. Viking. It's not very building-y, is it? Welcome. It's not very building-y, is it? Pause the game a sec. I need... You! Cliff Trilby! You are now... You're a child, but you're now Asgratic. Oh! It occurs to me that my follows are anonymous, and I just read your name out loud. You know what? I'm gonna name people, but I'm not gonna read them out. I'm not gonna read them out loud. I'm just gonna move on. We'll just move on past that. I hadn't really thought about that yet. It was me. I followed, yeah. Several years ago. It wasn't that much of a fail. That wasn't worth a fail whale. That wasn't that big of a cock up. I've cocked up worse. What else is left to name after Cecile? We will name my incinerator Cecile Verdelius's fiery... Hang on, why is it doing that? That's weird. For some reason it doesn't like copy and pasting. Cecile Verdelius's fiery passion for Chim. My incinerator is now called Cecile Verdelius's fiery passion for Chim. That didn't stick. God's sake, Cecile's fiery passion for Chim. Lock it in, chat. Lock it in. Luxury pigeon.
Flap flap. Luxury pigeon just raided.
Luxury pigeon, you're just in time because I've taken a couple of seconds to pause. Raiders. My name is Chimken, otherwise known as Chim. I'm a variety streamer, and I have just gone profitable in Myannus. Yes. Sorry, my city is called Myannus. That does make sense. I've just gone profitable in Myannus, Pidge. Are you proud of me? Are you proud? Steven Lee, welcome in. Gans des Griegs, Bull Power, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Pidge. I appreciate it. Warming tea. Oh, a city with power and no sickness and death. Cool. Cool. Yeah, my city is called Myannus, and I'm doing this thing when I play City Skylines, where if somebody interacts with my chat with regards to follows and or subs and or any sort of donations, I name something after them. Luxury pigeon, come on down. You've been invited to be something permanent in my city. You are going to be... Hang on. Merrick's poop pipe. Apparently that building name didn't lock in. You crammed me up in Pidge's chat earlier. Thank you, I appreciate it. GG's on the great news about Myannus. No, it's for legal purposes. It is now smelt. For legal purposes, it is now spelt Myannus. I got sued and I had to rename my city to Myannus. City powered, no sickness and death. Did I just get two? No. For some reason, your poop pipe didn't name the first time, so you've now got Marek's poop pipe. For number two. Two for number two. Radio. Luxury pigeons. Robbing. Antenna. There we go. Not weird at all. Luxury pigeons! Sorry, that was completely unintentional. Luxury pigeons throbbing antenna is in my anus. I'll be here all night. We're really running this joke into the ground. Absolutely crashing this joke into the side of a mountain. I need to build some larger houses. Lucky boy. That's hot. Sure. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna make some people homeless. Okay, I made some people homeless. That's fine. I'm beginning to, like, almost require an office segment. That's hot. Pidge, Raiders, if you need to raid and run, please do so. I will be playing this solidly for at least another half hour. Yesterday, I accidentally did a slightly overtime stream, so there's a big chance I will just no-life it and concentrate a little too hard and be here an hour longer than I initially intended to be. You know what it's like. Sometimes you just get really locked in. And life finds a way. But we are profitable in Myannus for the first time since flattening Myannus yesterday. We're earning a very small amount of money per hour, but still, it's money, and we weren't doing it up until now. Luxury pigeon, you're lucky. You can stick around. Luxury pigeon, you have saved me. Before all of that happened and the game started to do stuff again, I was contemplating trains. Because the good thing about this is this train system here is attached to the edge of... You know what I have done with this highway? I've inadvertently built it into a locked system. What would have been good? I could run I could bridge it over those two humps. Contemplating running trains in Myannus? Yeah, I'm contemplating running a train on your Myannus. I'm contemplating running a train on Myannus, chat. There, I said it. I take an offshoot and then run the highway. The difficulty is, or the difficulty will be, bringing it back the opposite direction. Full steam ahead, railroading Myannus. I kind of want... I've really fucked myself there. I didn't really think about it. I wanted to run the highway, like, maybe past the dump. But I've inadvertently caused a jam. Not the good kind of jam, the bad kind of jam. Not that I like jam, but still. If I could take... Let me drop a save. Building the highway roads, I struggle with an immense amount. So what I want, chat. Not the good kind of jam for Myannus, no, the bad kind of jam from Myannus. If I take... take that down to there, right? So people coming up the highway can go into town. I was kind of hoping in a really naive sort of way that I'd be able to, like, connect that, but it would be so goddamn complicated. Yeah. Oh! How did it look? If I do that. Take it too far, it starts to rejoin. I mean, God, does it have to be pretty? That functions for what I want it for, which is a highway bypass in this direction. I just absolutely detest how it looks. Jim, can you believe it's been about 3 years since we met? Has it really? You get worse for murder, Kara. All I'm saying. Worse for murder.
Flap flap. Knight_Sprite just raided.
Knight, welcome in, Raiders. My name is Chimken, otherwise known as Chim. I'm a variety streamer, and today we are playing this game. It's very exciting. It is called City Skylines 2. And I am operating a city. That gap the same. Words. I'm operating MY-uh-nus. People are sad. Yeah, it's called MY-uh-nus. The city that I'm currently operating.
Oh my god! He's bald! He's bald and he's torturing people who have hair!
Sorry, my brain was totally locked in on roads then. Raiders, my name is Chimken, otherwise known as Chim. I am a variety streamer, and today we're playing City Skylines 2. I am operating a city called MY-uh-nus. Thank you very much for the follow. Any sorts of interactions with my stream, I am, while playing City Skylines, naming people. One sec. My follows are anonymous, and if somebody follows and hasn't stated their name, I think I have to go to BRB. It's fine, it's fine. Fine. I don't like the fact that this road is wider than that road. I'm also getting stuck again. Raiders, my name is Chimken, otherwise known as Chim. I'm a variety streamer, and I'm usually better at this. Thank you very much for the engagements tonight. Any sorts of engagements with my channel will get you a named person in my chat. I'm trying to balance out in my brain how I deal with anonymous follows and this little thing that I'm doing with City Skylines. So right now I have to go to BRB to name somebody to come back. So the person that just followed, you now have a named person in my city. You're welcome. But Knight, how was your stream? What were you playing? I completely missed that point. Dragoon, thank you very much for the contribution. Knight, thank you very much for the contribution. Peepo Mage, thank you very much for the contribution. But as my partner DollyWhiskers said, no Pepe's in chat, please. They are banned. Yeah, banned here. Night Sprite. What were you playing? You were playing Tactics Ogre? Oh my god. How was it? Started Tactics Ogre game tonight? How did it go? Raiders, I'm gonna play you a raid trailer. I've had a raid tonight and I didn't press it for that, so we'll press it now. We'll press it now. I will see you in a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna fiddle with my road while you watch this video. Pop. Friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people in possession of self. Welcome to the Bop. Okay. I hope everybody's ready to watch Chimken get fisted. Welcome to the Bop. Oh, no. I'm here to kick ass. Can I interest anybody in a stinky secret? Daddy? Yes? Is there something the matter? That shouldn't be that funny. Look at that peen! Oh! It's nicer if you suck on it and it lasts a while. So take your top off. My bunghole is very tidy, I'll have you know. Chim, stop edging chat. I don't understand! I never said such a thing. If you're gonna eat anything, on my recommendation, you have your own ass on hand always. You should never go hungry again. You heard me. I'm aroused just from the conversation about the pink living jellyfish. Oh, that's a very interesting thing to say on the internet. He's gonna fist me, and not in a pleasurable way. This butt plug chicken. Oh, I'm so ready. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm mildly concerned. Look how thick he is. Really, really sturdy. I'm gonna poop on you. It's pretty bad. And I have a juicy fat ass. What's the worst that could happen? And this is where I will be for the rest of the night. Oh, come on! Punch them into submission. No other place can I talk so openly about pissing myself. I'd prefer if you didn't make me pee myself. Whoops! I just need to go and change my underwear. I really want to have sex on stream. Would anybody like to join me in the cum bath? Remember my mysterious hole. Didn't do it last time, not doing it this time either. Ha 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 ha! Please don't let that be a wipe. I would like to make some sweet music with him. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. You know what's really good, guys? Stabbing zombies up the fun. No, I've ruined it. I am going to die. Ah, ha, ha. You. The government, we have bulk players. That's it. That's all I've got. Well, hi! I hope I wasn't getting too noisy in the background. Yeah, welcome in. I'm here for another... Give it a little bit more time. I want to get this road... It'd be really cool if I could press this button and the road would just go down, so I would have a point of reference. I wonder if I just do a ludicrous bridge. Like absolutely insane levels of bridge. What else could I do? Fix that. I could curve it. The editor, this is impressive, but so goddamn... What I want is these two roads to exist the same distance apart on the opposite side of this, and it's basically impossible. So, shit. Not parallel. Get it lined up with the... I could get it lined up there. So if I do... If I line it... And then do a segment of straight road. So if I'm correct, if I upgrade... I've done that completely wrong because it's up in the air and I didn't need it to be up in the air. Oh, God. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Stressing, stressing, stressing. The roads, chat, the roads, they're driving me crazy. There's a weird kink in this road now, and I'm not about that at all. So if I take... I line that up there. If I go to this one. Line it. Up there. Why are those 2 points not connected to each other? Okay. So if I take a tiny length of road... That's now going the wrong way. I see why it's not connecting. Need a tiny bit of straight road. Tiny bit of straight road. One is actually wrong, so I need to do that real quick. This is all to get my highways that matching in width apart on the opposite side. It should not be this complicated. Okay. If I do... Nice. Really cool if I could lock those in. They're gonna make me do it by eye. For that sake. If I can just straight up place a road. Hey, like that. Okay, so the logic being if I now go 1, 2, those roads are now the same different distance apart from each other. Do they look the same distance apart from each other, or am I going insane? It's not there, not even slightly. I don't understand! And all I've done is succeed by adding all of that, achieved literally nothing. All of that achieved literally nothing. I have left the car levitating in midair, which is kind of bad. I fixed it. It's fine. Okay, so that's correct. So what if I do that? That is now correct. I fixed it. Blue sub, welcome, and I hope you're going to thank you for the contribution. I am losing my shit, Blue. I am about to yeet this PC out the window because the bridge building mechanic in this game is so fucking convoluted. If you want it to be symmetrical with anything. That is uniform. Boom. Chat, we have bypassed Myannus. Now I have the option. That is very elegant. It is, isn't it? It goes... It has major offshoots. So you're driving into town, right? You're driving into town. And you want to go into the main town. So you pull off. Then you hit this roundabout. But actually you change your mind. Then you come back here. And then you can go all the way down this length of this roundabout, which is the separate part of town. But now you have the option to go up here and invert back on yourself. That is a functional bypass for that system. Fuck. That is a functional... That solves a functional problem. How long is a good length of a tunnel? How long is too long for a tunnel? So, like, if I curved the road around there, I would want it to go into a tunnel here and then sort of pop out this side. That's a reasonable distance for a tunnel, right? You know, it's not going to be, like, more than twice the length from end to midpoint. So, if I do this... Theoretically, a tunnel in MY-uh-nus should run from the entry point to the end point to make sure it functions all correctly. Oh, dear, cursed. As it turns out, a highway might need to go lower. So is this SimCity a game like? This is... Having played SimCity... The last SimCity I played was that terrible one in 2013, so I'm probably not a good basis for understanding when it comes to SimCity, but what this is... This is a simulation more than anything else. So... God, that tunnel stretches a long way. I think that actually might be wrong. I don't think I want the tunnel to be that sort of distance. That's far too far. SimCity is a simulation city, though. Okay. I suppose the clue's in the name now that I've said that out loud. You are correct. I'm trying to think of the best way to... best way to put it. I think this is like the concept of SimCity on steroids, because... Don't get me wrong, I loved... Was it Maxis that did SimCity last? I quite liked SimCity 2013, but it had a hell of a lot of problems, and this is just like... This is like the next... It's like a good few steps past that point. But thank you for the clarification, and welcome in and for the first time chat. The tunnel was a bit too much. So, because I'll be honest, I don't entirely understand the process of digging these. So it's a little bit confusing to me. Go down to 20. Because it's like... Okay, the stretch to exit is 200. Are they underground now? Are we underground now, chat? I think we're underground now. Boom. You've bypassed the central point of Myannus. I kind of wish I could go in there. Does anybody else wish they could go in there? Why do I immediately want to fly like a camera drone through there? I'm trying to... Back to what we were talking about. SimCity... I think just, it's a... You're also in ads. I'm talking to myself right now. Probably. I don't know if Knights arrived. We'll wait till the ads are over and then I'll finish my thought. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. Good. 17 seconds till ads. Just absolutely zoning out playing this. We are actually over time. Okay. Cat, to answer the previous question, what's the difference between this and SimCity? I would say that this is a lot more, in terms of what I remember of SimCity, which I will fully admit is quite out of date in terms of my experience. What this is it's the concept on steroids. It's simulation. It's a simulation game. So all of the, or you can look into all of the houses. You can count all of the different peoples. It's processing your finances, and everything like has ebbs and flows. There's death waves. People don't last forever. It's like, I can't remember how detailed SimCity went into those sorts of components. Again, I'm operating with my latest SimCity game, which was 2013, which I believe at the time people didn't like because it was massively oversimplified. So it's good, I think, is the best way to put it. This is a very good game. I've been playing it now for... I haven't played SimCity since the SNES. This is a very good game. I've been playing it solidly for maybe a few weeks now. And honestly, there's a lot of question on whether or not there's a lot of There's a lot of questions on the internet about whether or not this is a good follow-up to the first one. I get why people have a problem, but I'm having a really nice time with it. So, yeah. And I'll be honest, it is the Fly 51. It looks nice and chill. There are some parts of it that stress me the fuck out. There are definitely. Oh, also, while you're here, Knight, I'll take full ownership. It can be a little bit stressful. For example, why is there one kink in the road here that didn't update? I don't actually know, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I'm trying to... So what this has achieved, right? I prefer this to having other cities trying to attack me. Yeah. So what I have basically just finished working on here, and I might tighten it up a bit off stream and work on this side of the city before I stream this again. I've got a bypass, which bypasses all of this industrial space in the middle and comes up. So what I can then do is have a highway that offshoots in this direction, and I have access now via highway to build here. Train connection. We've ended the stream in profit. We were not in profit when I started, and the population continues to grow. We could expand on industrial. I kind of want to look into what industrial shapes tend to be like. But I'm done for the day, I think. Done for the day, chat. We've gone over time. DollyWhiskers just bought me a sweet. I need a good photo. I need a good screenshot for the thumbnail. What would be... Well, that's nice, isn't it? Do that, and then I do this. I just like the fact that I can... You can... There's so much to this. There's so much. Oh! One thing I didn't do... I did an awkward interaction with the person that followed me. I went to the BRB screen, so I didn't reveal their incognito name. Knight, thank you very much for the raid. While I've been playing City Skylines, I've been any sort of engagement, any sort of follow, any sort of bits, any sort of sub, any sort of coffee donation. I'm saving for some broken down hardware. But as part of that, because you raided in, I'm gonna name somebody. I'm gonna name somebody in my city after you, or something. And in fact, rather than name somebody, I'm going to name Night Sprite Condos. Night Sprite Condo stands dead center of the city and is home to a good number of families. Look how many people live here. 50 million. You have a building. Sir, you are a building. The building's naming convention is a bit strange. But yeah, you have a building. You have a building. I will also name somebody in town. So if you come back at a later date, if you're still alive, because don't get me wrong, you can age in this game, and you will eventually just expire. You will be this person. But I will name you as a child. So what we can do is if you come back, I have a follower list of all of the people that have interacted with me in some way. Some of these people will die and age out, because Fiddy is already a senior on this list, as is Rexor, as is Seedlit. It's just a thing that I've been doing to help save for the broken down hardware. So that's it. You're now in my city. Congrats. I'm going to drop a save. I just keep furiously saving the game. And that's it. That's it. We're going to stick to the 2 hours, because what I could do is start branching off down that highway and just be here for another additional hour like I was yesterday. You made somebody who's going to school. I mean, would you have preferred to have been an old man? At least you're not furiously masturbating. I hated the school. Don't worry, by the time you come back next time, there will have probably been a tornado and you will have blown away. But yeah, I'm having a really nice time with this game. Was that a good photo of me? I felt like I wasn't frowning for the first time ever. That's not too bad. That's not too, Dolly. I'm not smiling too bad. I'm not smiling too much, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Chat. I'm having a massive amount of fun with City Skylines. Thank you very much for the patience that I've had. You've got a look of concentration. I think that's very relevant to the game that we've been playing. I am playing City Skylines officially till at least... Unless I burn out on it real... I'm just going to paint you a picture, right? Yesterday, I streamed this game. I went over an hour longer than I intended to be. I finished stream. I did my post-stream amendments and editing and all that shit. I then played the game for another hour. I have not had a game that is absorbing me as much as this has been. I'm learning everything. I'm learning every time I sort of like wreck a place and sort of build something out. I'm learning little components time and time again. So this could either work two ways. I have Forza 6 coming on the 19th of May. That is a hard line for City Skylines. I would at least hope that I can achieve like the full city unlock by that point. I should be able to with the amount of streaming I can do before now and then. Absorbing through Myannus can be dangerous with certain things, but beneficial with other things. So City Skylines has no plans of going away, but I'm doing nothing but City Skylines. There might be some flex into some other things sometime soon. I'm just having a really nice time. And I think like the vibe is good, if only because there have been I'm very conscious of the fact that there are vast quantities, swaths of time where I'm just sort of sat here absolutely vibing with the game and people just seem to be really enjoying it. Honestly, I think it's possibly this is possibly the most balanced experience that I've had while streaming. There are some bits that are really engaging and we're sort of talking. There are some bits where I'm sort of locking in. There are some bits where we're all just cracking up about the Myannus joke. And I know we are absolutely flogging that. We are absolutely running the Myannus joke into the side of a mountain. But the fact that people are so invested in that as a concept, I keep getting these little messages from people. Something's happening in Myannus. It's just, thank you. I feel like Twitch is in a really nice place for me the last couple of weeks, especially since picking up City Skylines 1 for that competition that we did. And there is still so much more to experience with this. There's even DLC, which I've not even slightly touched yet. It might be something that I have to invest in. Uranus must be twitching. Hi, Cup. But yeah, I thank you for all of the engagement. Thank you very much for accepting this. As the message says, headphones and chair. My chair is fucked. I'm very careful not to lean back on it too hard. My headphones, you'll constantly see me wiggling this wire. This side is becoming problematic. And all of the engagement, all of the gifted subs bits, all of the follows, all of the subscriptions that I've had, everything that sort of like has come around City Skylines 2. This just feels really good right now. And thank you for being so invested in the concept, because of all the things that I thought I would enjoy so much to stream, a city builder was not top of my list. But maybe I'm like a city builders player now. Maybe I need to play other city builders other than City Skylines. There's a couple that I've got. I bought Manor Lords, which I think to a certain degree is the same sort of like technical detail as City Skylines in terms of like water management and shit. I quite literally never played it. I bought it when it was the mad hype of Manor Lords was starting, and I never actually went back to it. Did it ever release into full? Did it ever go full release? Because it was in early access. It's still in early access. It never went full release. I wonder if they've abandoned it. It was out in 2024. And we've talked already about it. We've talked also about the MCU. the Myannus cinematic universe. If playthroughs of games like this continue, my intention is to sort of like trickle out into certain simulators. So like I could go back to the TCG card game, the TCG card store game, and be like, oh, this is the card shop that's in Myannus, and it's this whole I have this really I really need to pull the pin on it. If I'm gonna do it, I really need to lean really goddamn hard into the concept and like get posters and shit. I don't know. I'm just in a really good space, and I'm sort of mumbling to myself, and we're trying to wrap up stream, so I'm gonna go into my closing messages. Thank you. Enough said. Chat, I'm really glad you exist. At the beginning of my streams, I ask if there's anything I can be proud of you for, so at the end of my streams, I like to say something different. Chat, I'm also really proud of you for existing. The world is a dark, scary place right now, socially, economically, politically, and the fact that you're alive in it is something to be massively proud of. I'm so proud of you for being alive, chat. A couple of reminders: you do not need to watch my content, you do not need to be in chat, you do not need to lurk in chat, though lurking is always appreciated. What I want you to do is focus on that existence as best as you possibly can, and if my content can help that existence be a little bit easier, that is the niche that I'm trying to fill on the internet. It's at this point of the stream I invite you to type the word fuck in chat. We do this as a little bit of my timing is impeccable as always. Hope stream was good and you're doing well. Laser, I'll do you a treat, Laser, because I like you. I'll do you a very quick tour of My-uh-nus. So we flattened My-uh-nus last night. We absolutely demolished it. My-uh-nus was gone. We attempted to do a little bit of a rebuild, but the rebuild wasn't the rebuild wasn't doing so well. So today, or end of stream, after stream yesterday, I built this, and this is now functioning as expected, but also we're in the green across the board. My money is good, my population is increasing, we have a nice little industrial sector, everything is looking sort of like natural and stylized. I just built a tunnel here. Look at this spaghetti junction. Look at it. Look at it. I've got a tunnel and everything. There's a tunnel in My-uh-nus. Anyway. Name. Yeah, that's his like did work. But yeah, this is great. I fucking love it. That's the last tour. Chat, like I said, this is the point of stream. I invite you to type the word fuck in chat. Fuck is a multifaceted word. Because it can be a good thing or a bad thing. So please type fuck in chat. It's a tradition that we've done on stream for literal years at this point. You can be the good things. You can go, fucking hell, I've really enjoyed City Skylines 2. Honestly, I highly recommend it. I understand why big fans of City Skylines 1 are sort of so against this, but as a new player and with the hopeful trajectory that the new devs can take it, I'm really interested to see where this goes, because I have no experience with City Skylines 1. So I like everything that I'm seeing here. Fucking hell, I love City Skylines 2. Fucking hell, I have a really fantastic Twitch community, and fucking hell, I am gonna try to keep up with the dog of the day. I keep forgetting to do the dog of the day. I'm gonna try to keep up with it from now on. If you don't see me doing the dog of the day, tell me. The negatives, though. The negatives. Fuck the Trump administration. Fuck the British Labour government. Fuck the Reform Party UK. Fuck losing people too soon. Fuck epilepsy, fuck Parkinson's disease, fuck Sjogren's disease, fuck ableism, fuck chronic health conditions, fuck phobia, fuck J.K. Rowling, fuck Elon Musk, fuck. Russell Brand is a new one. Russell Brand is a new one. I heard Russell Brand speak this week, and I really wish that I hadn't. Don't Google it. It's not worth your time. I'm going to raid out. I'm going to raid out. If you've enjoyed my content, I would appreciate a follow. We are pushing hard for 1,000 followers. Oh, he has been on the bad fuck list for literal years. I had never, like, I'd seen him in passing. I'd seen him in passing because of, like, comedy stuff. And I didn't hate him. I didn't really have any strong feelings towards him in any direction. But holy shit, now. I wanted to bleach my eyes. I wanted to bleach my eyes, chat. Fucking hell, the state of the world, but also fuck, I appreciate Chim in his stream. Thank you, Laser. We are going to raid. Is anybody playing? When I've looked the last few times, I seem to be the only person playing this game on Twitch. Is there anybody that stands out as somebody I should raid? They do not speak English. Okay. I am going to raid. DollyWhiskers, are you in chat right now? Diggy, are you in chat right now? I might be about to absolutely mortify one of my sister-in-law's friends. Izzy is streaming and I'm going to raid into them. Let's see how this goes. Chat, this is one of my mods' friends. One of my mods, Ziggy Z. One of my mods, Ziggy Z, is my partner's. They're my sister-in-law. Izzy is a great person, a really close friend of my sister-in-law. I'd really appreciate if you drop some follows on them. If you if you're even slightly adjacent to a very intermittent streamer, but they play Overwatch, they play those sorts of games. Go drop them some love. They're an absolutely beautiful human being, and they're a very close friend of Ziggy, who I do trust their opinion, considering I'm marrying into their family. We'll throw you in that direction. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be scary maybe for them. I don't know, because I have seen my number, and that's a big number that I have seen. Hi, my name is RightBigChimken. I'm pushing for 1,000 followers. If you've enjoyed My-uh-nus this evening, I'd really appreciate if you consider climbing inside. I'll be back on Friday officially, unless I squeeze in a brand new random stream. Considering how today went, it's not impossible that I will want to do that, and we will be returning to My-uh-nus. Yeah, it's not about my butthole. Residency in My-uh-nus is a coveted prize. It's not about my butthole. It's about the friends we made along the way. I'll see you later.